What's up, y'all? It is Jude, Anthony Angelini Rude Jude. This was not a mistake. You're probably like, where the hell is the show? Well, we're not allowed to do any live shows or live broadcasts for the next 2 weeks. So I don't know what the hell we'll be playing, but it's not going to be live. And it wasn't my call. You guys stay healthy, keep your head on straight, and I should be back in 2 weeks. Fingers crossed. All right. From the All Out Show family, we wish you all the best.
It's time for the All Out Show remix. On remix shows, you'll hear memorable guests, crazy topics, game shows, celebrity interviews, and you might even catch a hilarious segment you missed. Keep it here and stay tuned.
Shake 45, we are back, and I got DJ Whoo Kid.
What's up, dogs?
Chilling, man. I just talked to a Bigfoot hunter. Now I'm talking to you.
A Bigfoot, like they're still out there looking for that nigga?
Yeah, he said he saw him.
Yo, if they haven't found this nigga in 40 years, 100 years, it's not true. He's not out there.
He said there's whole clans of them, and the last he was kicking it with one last night, and the Bigfoot's name was Clarence.
Was he like smoking or?
Nah, I ain't ask. I should have. I didn't even. I did. I don't think he would admit it even if he was.
I don't understand all these weird creatures that are hidden for so many years. Like, they don't want to be found, or the shit ain't true. Like, come on.
Yeah,
like 200 years. Yeti and all this stupid shit.
I'm kind of with you on that shit. Like, if that shit ain't on fucking the PBS Earth shit, like, I don't believe it. You know what I mean? Like, they go everywhere.
Especially this day and age with technology, YouTube. You got niggas killing each other, shooting, people dying on Instagram. You can't find fucking Bigfoot. Rappers are dying on Instagram, but you can't find Bigfoot. Come on, man.
What rapper died on Instagram?
I mean, Triple X. They put him on Instagram. Like,
yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
Remember, I thought it was fake.
Yeah.
I thought it was fake, and then my boy was like, "Yo, he really got killed." I was like, "Oh shit." I had to take the shit down. but if you're like fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought it was a joke because they had like a big professional camera going towards his body. So I thought he was shooting a music video.
Right.
Because he did like reenact, like he did do fake suicides in his last music videos where he hung himself and shit like that. So I thought it was another fake scene. And my boy was like, "Yo, he's dead." I was like, "Oh shit."
I never saw that. I only saw like the still, and people were making memes out of it. I was like, "Damn, dude."
So you could have told me that there's video of people murdering each other. You can find almost anything on Instagram, but you can't find Bigfoot. The nigga is not out there. Fuck Bigfoot.
Tell that to Clarence.
You know what I'm saying?
Tell that to
fuck out of here, yo.
We should have had you talk to him.
Is he white?
Come on, man.
Don't question her.
Yeah, come on, man.
White people always want to look
black
for these creatures, man.
He ain't black, man. White people like going into the forest, man. They just do.
They just do weird drugs like you do, and then they're looking for creatures with like 8 legs and fucking.
My mom used to do that shit. Like,
fuck
I don't know.
out of here, man.
They like that shit. I think the other question is how come you don't see black people camping enough? We had a lady on that like literally was like, that was like her whole deal was like she was a black lady trying to get black people to camp more. I was like, damn.
You know what it is? There's no electrical plugs in the trees out there. You can't charge your phone. You can't watch like a portable TV.
No Wi-Fi.
Damn, can't play no Xbox 360. How the fuck am I gonna play NBA 2K in the forest, nigga? And then, come on, I gotta cook too. Fuck out of here.
I think the last time I went camping, I brought. I was still a teenager, and I brought some really nice shoes like I had just, and we were poor, so you only got your one pair of shoes per year and shit. Like, and I brought my clean kicks out into the wilderness because I was like, oh, I might see a chick, I might see a girl out in this bitch in the woods. So, and then I ended up fucking them bitches up. They melted. They was all curled up.
Get out of here.
I stepped in some water. I got them soaking. They're like, "Oh, put them by the fire to dry." And I came back the next morning. Them bitches look curled up. They was fucking melted. Like they look like fucking like hip hop elf shoes or some shit like that.
I never like. I mean, I was in Boy Scouts a little bit, but when my cousin Marcus, when he jumped in the lake, near Erie. I think we had to pay for like a trip or something.
Yeah.
Like a worm went in his ass. And after that, I was like, I'm good, man. Cause
you got a parasite from jumping in the lake?
Yeah, like a tapeworm. And it was in him for like 7 months. And then his ass was bleeding or some stupid shit. And it was from that lake. Like the doctor put like a little probe or a spaceship,
man, Google
in his ass.
But hold on. You can get fucking parasites from swimming in a lake?
Yeah, because he had like very loose shorts.
Yeah.
And then it went in. They got a parasite that goes in your dick and the one that goes in your ass. And he got the one that loves assholes and it went in the asshole. Like it went in there. And then that's it. And then he just was like, yo, why is my...
Was he losing weight or some shit? Or
his ass, like the left cheek was like turning red and it was bigger than the other cheek. He was having mad ill issues, yo. Like it was abnormal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I always thought that'd be a good diet plan. You know what I mean? Just get a parasite.
Nah, not the one that go in the ass. They got the one that go in your dick. That's even worse.
What does that do?
It chews the urethra or whatever, that hole, that pee hole. Like it's in there like doing the Dougie. I don't know. It's in there.
Damn, son.
Shit, we gotta call the medical nigga I know to tell us about this shit, man.
I was just worried about fucking gonorrhea and shit. You over here talking about some shit goes up your fucking asshole.
Well, that's if you get molested by the fucking camp, fucking, you know, them chick camp leaders. They molest you, then you fuck them, then you catch a STD. That's another situation. But this is from a lake. You know what I'm saying? Like parasites.
Yeah, they pulled it up. Let's see. Yeah, he ain't the guinea worm.
Mm-hmm.
Is
Lake Erie.
Goes. It could be found among people in poor rural areas. Let's see. The guinea worm has and this fucker just.
So you can find that shit like.
I was literally reading the fucking thing, and he just fucking he just.
I was looking for the one that actually swims up your urine stream.
There's
That's
one
the
that
worst.
Swims into your dick.
Yep. Like the shit is serious, yo. Yep.
Vandella cirrhosa.
Or kangaroo.
Kangaroo is a member of the catfish family. Whoa. But it's small and it attaches to large fish to feed on the blood using the spines, and then it's reportedly infamous for swimming up the urethra. Oh, so my God.
Think about it. If it could go into a fish asshole, a dick hole is probably like, you know what I'm saying, like a manhole. You know what I'm saying?
How big are these fucking things? Because you ever get like burnt, and then they got to put the shit inside put the Q-tips inside your dick? You never got burnt?
Nah, not like that.
Oh man, yeah, bro. Fucking sucks. Yeah, they fucking yeah.
Ugh, you got my legs like squishing.
Yeah, that's how they do it. Like they'll grab your shit and then they would. This was back in the fucking 90s. They had like a wire with like a little cotton swab, and they would stick it inside your shit. Yeah. They'd be like, pinch it. You got to pinch it open, and then they go. Whoosh. And then one time, this lady, yeah, it was on Valentine's Day, and I thought my girl had burnt me, and we were like trying to find a fucking clinic, so we're driving all around, Right? We're both burnt. We mad as hell at each other like the other one cheated and shit. And it was on Valentine's Day and like wasn't shit open. We had to drive way the fuck like west of Detroit. And finally this lady that did the fucking thing on me, she had ran out of the wire ones and put it was a big ass wooden Q-tip in my shit.
Oh my God.
She was like, yeah, you got something. I was like, is it because my girlfriend was cheating? And she was like, well, have you had like dirty sex? I was like, what's that? She was like, like, have you done it have you sodomized her and then entered her vaginally without washing your penis? I was like, yeah, like fucking, I go ham. She was like, that's how you can get it.
Sodomize was stated back then. I thought that was like a 2017 word.
Nah, bro, sodomize is like old school word. That's some throwback shit.
For real?
Yeah.
Was that from jail? Or that's just
I think I don't know. I'm guessing it's probably Latin or Greek or some shit.
Sodom and Gomorrah, probably.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Sodom and leave it to fucking John. His dad was a priest. Finally paid off. Yeah, Sodom and Gomorrah from the Bible.
The Vatican, nigga.
That was they were doing so much butt fucking in Sodom and Gomorrah. They were doing so much raping and butt fucking that God literally was like, I'm gonna have to turn y'all into some motherfucking salt. And he blew that shit up, and then if you look back, you would turn into a pillar of salt. That's a story, right, John?
Yeah. Sounds
it's like a movie out there,
yeah,
right?
The church one, yeah. They did so much butt fucking. Like that, you got to do a crazy amount of fucking butt fucking to get God to come down and just light your ass on fire.
How much butt fucking is that? That's like the day, like 6 days a week. Like you don't do it on Sunday. Like how much butt fucking is that for God to come down?
Let's see. Probably everybody. The whole town. Whole town. Yeah.
It's amazing how the butt fucking thing in those I guess in those olden days is how men of power shared each other's like secrets, and because if homie fuck homie and ass, it's like they sharing each other's like.
Oh, it's like mutual self-destruction. Like, it's like, all right, dude.
Yeah, it's like, but
I got you
men
on
of
some
power.
gay shit. Yeah, that's what all the secret societies are supposed to be doing. Like some weird, have them like on some do weird gay shit.
Because men of power with men of power is just like it's a difference in the butt fucking. It's not like you in the hood fucking a poor nigga in the ass. You know what I'm saying?
Keep going. I'm listening.
So. It's like if you run this country and you're gay, and then you run this other country and you're gay too, it's just like, and you done fucked all the women you could fuck. You got 100 kids. Now you're at a level of just like, yo, let's just share powers, share each other sexually. Because you remember they were fucking each other's sisters. They were keeping the blood together.
Really?
In the yeah, back then they were like, kids was getting born with 8 eyes and 3 titties and shit. Like, it was crazy back then, man. They were fucking each other's like mothers and shit.
This was the men of power people, or just fucking
like the Greeks and all that. I don't know. I may be wrong. I'll be watching too much of them fucking crazy movies, and there's always like a gay scene.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
You'd be like, oh shit, get out of here, Caesar. No.
It's funny, the shit. Like, I wonder what they're gonna look back on us and think was crazy. Cause like for them back in the day, like just.
It was normal.
Yeah, just fucking like, hey, I'm gonna teach you some shit about democracy, but first, I'm gonna butt fuck you in this pool over here, kid. Like, fucking like that was just normal. And they go get a wife, yeah. Then they go get a wife, have some kids, and then those kids are like, you want to learn about democracy? Cool, get in that pool.
I mean, their trust issues were out of control, so they rather just fuck in the family, like. Oh, get my sister over here. Let's have a baby.
I thought you was talking about the secret societies like Skull and Bones and shit like that, like shit that the presidents are in. They're always making them do like weird fucking.
Well, that's just to join, and they film them.
Yeah,
so they can have like proof of them getting butt fucked.
Yeah, they got something on them so they can control each other.
So they'll keep the video as like, you know, blackmail or whatever for the future. So you keep that to yourself. So maybe Bush fucked somebody or he got fucked. I don't know.
I bet you, yeah.
The whole Bush family got fucked.
Yeah.
in the ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There's not a
You think
virgin
Bill Clinton-
butthole among them.
You think Bill Clinton got fucked in the ass too?
Probably so.
Nah, not Obama though.
I think they all did.
What? You think Trump got fucked in the ass? I can't
so.
see Trump. I can't see Trump getting fucked in the ass. He fucking us in the ass.
You ain't see that the picture of him in them tennis shorts?
Above the knees.
He
The
thick.
Tupac movie that never came out. Above the knees.
Straight up. Straight up. I want
It's
to.
amazing.
I want to know if anyone knows about these secret society shit. Like 888-742-3345. I swear to God, they be doing that shit though.
If you've ever been in a situation where you're like, nah, call up.
Hey, but yo, real talk, man. Like my man was telling me, he went overseas in certain cultures. Like you're like becoming a man. Like when you enter your manhood, like you get smashed by the oldest uncle.
What?
Yep.
Was that like he gets in a better hierarchy because the uncle did it, or what
Yeah,
happened?
it's like a pecking order, and it's like, all right, you're a man now. Now that I banged you in the butt, which is doesn't make much sense. You know what I mean? Like,
Are we really like outrageous? Like, are we really like getting too ridiculous here? Like, I think gay sex was like controlled half the world. Like back in the days, like she was
just
crazy.
still- I'm saying it's still going on. It's still going on. And then there was one African tribe where like
What?
you had to like drink the nut.
Nigga, nah.
Bro, I'm telling you.
I would have been like, booga booga booga. See ya.
Like,
Peace.
You know, I guess I'm not a man. They like, you 42. Nope, still not a man. Nope, I ain't drinking that shit. No,
Fuck
sir.
that. I'll never be a man.
Yeah.
Nah, that shit is getting a little too ridiculous, man. But hey, that's how the world runs, because we're not part of that world. We go to work every day. We do radio. We tour. I don't know. I do
Yeah.
entertainment shit. We're not in that level where we
Yeah.
need to be billionaires, like sleeping with each other,
My homie,
controlling shit.
they got like this one like fucking like it's like weird like thing where they all the rich people like show up and fucking hang out and do drugs together. My homie went to one, and he had to like split a room with some old ass CEO of some shit, and that guy was walking around butt ass naked on mushrooms all the fucking time. He said it
It's
really
like Jack
bummed him
LaLanne
out.
in there.
Yeah, he was like, man, this shit fucking, it's a real bummer.
What?
Oh, hold up, Dave in Brooklyn. Dave,
Yeah, what's going on, Joe?
shit, chilling, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. I just wanted to follow up on what you were saying about the sexuality. Like, apparently, the shit is relative to your location, man. I took a course in college, and you know, like one of the rites
butt fucking
fashions
course?
for the little kids was to be to swallow sperm from like the adults. So walk around in like a carnival fashion and just like start swallowing the older guys. And apparently, like every time they swallow, they get a bit of manhood from the older guys. Nothing gay about it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all relative to a location.
That's great news. That is nothing. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being gay, but I mean, that's great news. That it's normal. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know who cares. That shit is gay to sound to me, man. I'm from Brooklyn, fam. I don't give a fuck where I'm at. That shit is gay as fuck.
He just made Notorious
Yeah, man,
B.I.G. backflip in his fucking coffin.
You just gotta say no homo before you drink the cum.
Yeah. Biggie doing backflips, Sean Price doing backflips. Nah, that's a no-no, man. That's a no-fly zone.
There it is.
I mean, we're not outrageous, are we? Like the shit is like it's been like run by the rich and like elite for years. Like they just do weird shit.
Bro, I was looking at a fucking, there was a shout out Lady Byrne. Her IG page had like some old ass like fucking medieval painting, and like old boy was getting his dick sucked, and she was throwing a thumb up his ass.
What?
Yeah, I'll post it. Yeah, I'll post it right now. Yeah, it was like a painting of like this motherfucker getting some head and the thumb up his booty. So like anything that you think that we like, how wild we are, like they already, like we've been around for so fucking long. They already did it. Like
they're laughing at this shit. They're like, man, we're doing like other shit.
Yeah, they probably think we're lightweight than a motherfucker.
And they probably got like a pancake in their ass with syrup. Like they're like, what are y'all doing? This is like, we're upgraded. We're in space, like blowing each other. While you guys are like,
I know they're like, oh wow, you're having sex in a hot tub, crazy.
ooh,
Wow. Yo, hold up, let's go to fucking my man Nudge. I'm gonna fuck up your name. How do you say your name? Out in Dallas.
Hello, yes, I am in Dallas.
How do you say your name? I don't want to fuck it up.
My name is Joroge.
Joroge. All right, go ahead,
Yes.
Joroge Sprinkler.
So in where I'm from, when you become a man, you have to go and fuck a lion. I don't care how. Some people go fuck hyenas. Some go fuck up lions, you know.
you can fuck a lion. How you gonna do that?
Do you got to kill the
Set-
lion first and then fuck it, or
Sedate the
Yes,
motherfucker.
bare hands. Bare hands, no gun.
did you have to do that, or did you leave?
Not me. I'm not brave.
You're
He's
not.
still alive. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
But they have Masai. They call them Masai.
Mm.
Those you don't mess with Masai.
Yeah, bro. Like I wouldn't want to get in a fist fight with one of them dudes. You know what I mean? Like,
Let's get behind it.
yeah.
Shit.
Like, yo, that guy's got a problem with you, and he just fucked a lion. I'll be like, hey, man, let's fucking squash whatever beef we have.
Is it a female lion at least? Shit, man.
Yes, Masai. They don't have any sense of argument. You don't argue with Masai.
Yeah, you don't argue with them motherfuckers.
So hyenas too? Hyena? He said hyena?
Hyenas, yes, hyena.
Fucking, yo, them lady hyenas, they got the fucking, they got the girl hyenas got the giant dicks.
No, hyenas fuck themselves. They have both male and female.
Yeah, the hyenas, their clit is like.
That's why they be like, the fuck out of here, yo. They fuck each other. They fuck themselves, Rude.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know if they're fucking themselves, but I know that the fucking chicks look like hermaphrodites. They got like their clits are real swollen.
Mm.
That's why like people don't really fuck with hyenas, because they're like freaked out by them. Like, oh, that shit is crazy.
You think they got a rich person out there that could call us and give us like 1% of what goes on behind the fucking closets?
I know. I think we tried this before. We're like, we need somebody that's rich to call in and break that shit down for us.
Or maybe they're daughters and sons of rich people that do that shit.
Hey, but yo, even fraternities be doing weird shit.
Mm-hmm.
I swear to God, like I think it all started with like one dude that was like on some closeted gay shit. That was like the leader, and was like, all right, if you want to be in our fraternity, you gotta jerk me off and make sure I don't come. Or okay.
I don't think they look at it as gay. It's just like something that you have to get over, like a huddle. Like, you know, you have to like, it's a goal. They look at goals. You know, they just pick the weirdest, stupidest shit. There's nothing gay about it. It's just, I guess they've been doing it for so long. And they be butt naked in the togas and all that weird shit. Like,
yeah,
what
man.
does that do? Your dick is hanging out. It's like, hey.
That's why I'm just not gonna be accepting none of them circles, which fucking sucks.
Aren't you happy that we're old? Is like too late?
No, because I gotta come here every fucking day. Like,
I've seen some weird shit too on my travels, but it's just
like what?
I've seen some like weird shit. Like I don't know. I don't think it's weird, but
What's the
if I
craziest?
say it,
What's the weirdest country you been to?
I've been to Estonia and then that's the first time I was introduced to group sex. And then, you know, in my world, group sex is, you know, you grab a girl or you grab whatever girl's near you and you just have fun. Everybody's naked. So
yeah. What was their group sex like?
Like I see like young white guys grabbing other white guys. So I was like, whoa.
Oh, they was like doing like everybody was banging.
It was
each
an
other.
after party. Yeah, it was an after party. So we all went back to the spot, you know, the big suite, and then the chicks got naked immediately, and then, you know, there was a couple dudes too, and then, you know, some of the white boys came back. So I'm thinking that we're all gonna have a free fall, have a good time. There's like 1,000 condoms in there.
Yeah,
I think it was pre-planned, and then I see like guys grabbing dudes. I was like, yo, but you know it's dark, so I was like, I just went in the corner with the chick I had, and I just hear like dudes like rah, 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 like weird sounds like rah, rah. Like, because you know their language is crazy.
I know you're not lying, because my ex had a gay roommate, and I swear to God, like it would sound like he was wrestling in the next room.
Yeah, you know what? You're reminding me of that moment, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I remember the first time hearing that shit. I was like laid up. It was like late night, and I just heard, and I'm like, yo, I look at him like, yo, dude, do I got like, are they fighting out there? And she's like, no, they're just having sex. I was like, damn.
It might be doing some stone cold shit in there. I don't know. Like,
yeah,
it's just like kind of weird and crazy.
Yeah, they was going in, bro. Yeah.
You really reminded me of that day. I did hear some weird, but you gotta understand they have like a weird like Russian / Czech kind of weird accent.
Yeah.
So it sounds like, I don't know, like
if Dracula. Yeah.
It's weird. It's in my fucking head. Like, it's hard to even smash a chick to them sounds, man.
Let's go to Paul. Paul, go ahead, Paul.
Yo, Jude, check it out. You remember that dude Alex Jones from that InfoWars shit, right?
Yeah.
He snuck into that Bohemian Grove joint where the politicians and all the presidents and shit, they go to like this big like picnic area and shit, and they hire like gay prostitutes to come through, and they all get naked and they run around fucking each other and shit. He snuck in there. He said there were ex-presidents in there, like Bill Clinton and the Bushes and all these motherfuckers. I'm sure Trump was in there. You know his ass was in there.
Damn.
It's like a big bonfire, right? It's like a big bonfire with a statue and all this weird stuff.
He snuck in there and filmed some of that shit.
Yeah, that shit's online. It's online, actually. I don't know about the naked dudes running around and all that, but yeah, it's online.
No, I think he's got like just where they're chanting and shit to like some owl and shit. He's got that part. They're in some robes and shit. It's like all the ex-Yale graduates and shit. They're in a secret.
Oh, yeah,
he's still alive?
Bones.
Yeah, he's still alive? He didn't get killed?
Yeah, I think he's still around. Let's go to Alex. Alex.
Hey, it's the Jude Kid Show, dude. Welcome to the Jude Kid Show.
Yeah.
Fucking savage couple of motherfuckers. Hey, look at this fucking Epstein bastard. You know that fucker checked into a hotel in fucking Vegas, and he was like, they're like, hey, Miss Epstein, what can we get for you? He's like, you know what? I'll take an extra large Chicago style, and a 10-year-old boy hook me up. That motherfucker. Dirty piece of shit, dude. Look what happens, billionaires, dude. This is my opinion. So those fucking people have everything in the world, right? It's like, I want to go to the top of Everest. Well, here's a fucking jetpack, bro. Fucking go ahead. So they have everything, and then they're like, dude, let's do some fucking weird shit now. Like, we haven't done weird shit.
And that's how the kid banging gets introduced.
Well, yeah, they're like, well, we fuck everything else. You know those motherfuckers. Okay, so they go to this small town outside of Bangkok in Thailand, and they get these baby alligators, dude, and they cut off their tails while they're still alive, and they fuck the inside of their tail. because the muscles inside the tail contract, and it's like a live vagina, so they just go fuck alligator tails. I'm not joking, man. This shit is real. Yeah, who kid? Fucking fuck with an alligator, bro. You could try it, dude.
Yo, I just
Weird
peed on myself.
Damn, dog, I didn't even know about that shit.
Holy
because I
shit.
just made it up, dude. I just fucking made that shit up. Watch, some billionaire's gonna go try that shit. Watch. Hey, that's a good idea. Let's go fuck some alligator tails.
One time I fucked a cantaloupe, but that didn't feel that good. I was like,
You put
oh
that
my
shit in the
god.
microwave too,
Yeah.
didn't you?
I did.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
Yeah, fucking. Dude, did you paste some hair to the outside of it so it looked like a '70s cantaloupe, dude?
It was just bald.
Damn, dude,
Yeah.
you're even weird. You're like, I want my cantaloupe to look 16. You fucking weirdo.
It's gonna be a 12-year-old cantaloupe. That's the shitty thing for dudes, man. Like fucking.
Oh my god.
Like chicks can fucking you go to the fucking sex stores and like they'll have this. It's just filled up with shit for women, and then dudes like in the corner just be like a fucking can with a pussy in that bitch. Like there you go.
Yeah,
Fucking
but
canned
I don't
pussy.
think a girl's walking into a sex shop being like, "Hey, do you have any penises that are like, I'm having a 10-year-old boy? I want a 10-year-old boy penis. Do you guys have those here?"
They do got them. We was giving away dildos that were mad small like that, and people was complaining. It was like, oh, what the fuck are we supposed to do with this shit? So they do have like
in your
little,
vagina hole.
yeah, they do got little peepee man shits.
I mean, I heard they sell them at the Vatican. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, hold on 1 second. All right, Alex. I'm gonna drop you and take Damien. Go ahead, Damien.
Hey, how's it going?
Shit, awesome. Go ahead, break it down for us.
Man, I've heard
So I
it
went
all.
to this private Baptist college in Arkansas, right? I'm from Memphis now. And one of the fraternities there would make all the new pledges sit on a block of ice for hours. And whenever they got off, they had to go fuck a goat.
What?
They had to sit on a block of ice, like naked or with.
Yeah, in the woods. They'd take them out in the woods, and they would haze the shit out of them, right? And then they'd apparently go make them fuck a goat. So they always said that they never did it, but we found like their pledging, like hazing manual, and it says that in there.
What does it say? Like block of ice, step 1, block of ice, step 2, fuck a goat.
Yeah, it says that a goat would be brought out, and the members would have to take care of the goat.
Damn, son.
So it's like a secret they keep amongst themselves.
Yeah,
as a brotherhood.
Yeah.
Some brotherly bonding. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I think it's like in the mob, like how you got to kill somebody to get to make your bones and shit. Like this is so like that way they got something on you and you got something on them. Like it's the same
goat asshole though. Goat asshole. Shit.
Yo, dude, I think that shit like they be doing that shit on purpose, just not even to get in the club in certain parts of the world.
Well, you just heard about the dude that had to wrestle the lion with his bare hands and fuck it.
Yeah, they fucking lions.
I ain't joining that crew.
Hyenas.
All right, hold on. Let's thank you, Damien. Well, and with Sasha in Detroit. Go ahead, Sasha.
Hey, dude, how's it going?
Going good. How you doing, Sasha?
I'm good. I'm so excited to talk to you. I've tried to call a few times before, but it's a fun day to.
Yes, hell yeah, you made it through. Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, your phone's messing up though.
And at like the largest, just Muslim temples are being.
Oh man, it sounded like Sasha had such a good story too. Wait.
Yeah. So and this is like I've learned this from the BBC. So this is like a legitimate, real thing.
Wait, but
it goes on every day.
I didn't get to what goes on. We didn't get to you broke up. You just
the Muslim part. What happened? Say that again. The Muslim part.
So at at some of the largest Muslim temples in Pakistan, they're like gay pickup grounds pretty much, where basically it's like all men and they're all naked, and like there's normal people there like praying too, but then there's just this circle of men like basically circle jerking all around, like circle jerking around the entire fucking temple.
Circle jerking.
That's where you jerk off in the circle. Thus the
I mean, like they're all just like everyone's just like going for it, like with each other.
That was to Sasha's point. Like I saw a whole documentary. It was called The Dancing Boys, and they would just get like if you was like a warlord over there, like one of the ways to show that you had like a prestige and money was to have like you go buy a dancing boy and then you dress them up like a girl and then make them dance and then bang them.
Holy shit!
I know, bro. They on some weird shit over there, bro. Like I saw a whole fucking thing on it.
Oh my god!
What is that you pulled up for me, John?
Looks like some sort of infrared shot out of Afghanistan of somebody having sex with a goat.
Oh, now that you say it, I can see it. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, they getting that motherfucker.
Man, oh man.
Poor fucking. I wonder if the goat was into it. You know.
I just kind of blacked out. Why the fuck did I pull this up?
I don't know. Yo, fuck. I look up and fucking John's got somebody smashing goats and shit.
I didn't know animals are used so much to like hide secrets though. Like birds, goats. Well, you got a lion. I mean,
let's go to Jesse in San Diego. Jesse, go ahead, Jesse.
Yo, so down in Colombia, it's such a big Catholic nation, right? So the girls, they all save themselves for marriage.
Okay.
So the boys, they practice. The boys along the coast of Colombia, they practice fucking by fucking goat or donkeys. They fuck donkeys.
I heard about this. I heard about this one too. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, so this guy heard about it and he wanted to film a documentary about it. So he went back and he gets with his taxi driver who's taking him around, and he's trying to find boys who are going to fuck donkeys. And finally, the cab driver was like, well, shit, I can fuck one for you. So they found a donkey and pulled off to the side of the road, and he took that donkey and fucked it for this guy's documentary.
Oh man, anything for the documentary, huh?
Yeah, do it for the gram.
Yeah, you can look it up. You can look it up online.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
I didn't see that one. I just saw there was a documentary on like the fucking like they were like some little spot up in the mountains somewhere. I don't know if it was Colombia or what, but it was like some Latin country in either Central or South America, and they was just up in the mountains just smashing donkeys, man.
How do you balance out like your problems in life when someone somewhere else is fucking a donkey? Like, if I'm like depressed or I'm poor or I just got shot at or I'm going to jail or maybe I'm getting a death penalty, but someone somewhere is fucking a donkey.
I know, like that. I really got to thinking about like,
come on,
yeah, like. Even the broke, like if you think about it, like some of the brokest people in America have fucking dishwashers, you know, like electronic dishwashers, and they got fucking televisions. Like they're not like donkey fucking broke, you know what I mean? You're not so fucking bad off that you're like just stuck in some fucking mountain with no running water and you just fucking donkeys, you know?
How do you compare your life? Like,
I think we should be more grateful for what we have. Like I think we're fucking in general we're just ingrates and don't really appreciate like the fucking.
We ain't shit, yo.
Yeah, like you walk into a room and you fucking flick some switch and lights go on. Like that's fucking awesome. I don't know how to make that shit happen, but it happens. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
So like, yeah, just be grateful because someone out there might be having sex with an animal on purpose.
This world is fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's all these stories that all these people calling up sound outrageous. This is like really going on.
Yo,
this is not no fucking joke,
dude. All right, let's go to Chris in North Carolina. Chris,
hey,
go ahead.
Hey, my girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend, she used to fuck my dog whenever I wasn't home.
How do you know this?
Holy shit.
So I didn't know it. I thought it was kind of weird, and honestly, I kind of started getting like a little jealous of the dog because like she was obsessed with the dog.
What kind of dog was it?
You know a Labrador.
Okay, it was a lab. All right.
So, but check this out. So basically, what happened was that you know those little machines that you sit in the corner of your room and it like gives your dog treats.
Okay.
Yeah.
And like it also has a videotape on it too. That way you can see what's going on and whatever they're doing when you're not there.
All right. Okay.
And that's how I caught her.
All right. So wait, hold up. What's your dog's name? Just out of curiosity.
Riley.
All right, so you're like, all right, man. Let me check and look at the footage from earlier today.
Well, it's gonna sound crazy, but I used to just give him treats throughout the day. He's just chilling at the house and shit like that. And I don't know. I mean, I didn't really think much of it, but I'm not sure that she knew that I could see that far up on the bed, because where it was pointed at, you could barely see, but then you could make it out. But I mean, I kind of had my suspicions because it was just kind of weird, and the dog was always getting fucking boners and shit. So yeah,
how did you?
Wild, dude. But go ahead.
Did you ever confront her? And if you did, like, how did?
Yeah, we're fucking. Yeah, she's done, dude. I mean, I was like, yeah, why are you fucking my dog? And it's really.
What did she say?
I got home. Huh?
Did you say that to her face, or you called her up?
No, I texted her that day. I was like, hey, why are you fucking my dog? But I mean, it just blew my fucking mind. So, I mean, she apologized, and actually, initially she tried to deny it, but you can record on the fucking videotape. So I was able to record it, and I just showed her, and she kind of tried to deny it, and she was like, "What the fuck?" And she was pissed that I was, spying on her, but I wasn't really spying on her. I just kind of was just giving the dog a treat. She's fucking my dog. I mean, either way, it doesn't matter. You're fucking my dog. I mean, that's what it comes down to.
But the thing that's fucked up is, was she fucking it raw? And number two, what was the position? I mean, I just want to know.
So you ever seen that, like those bestiality porn videos? It's basically like she'd bend over and let her fuck her like that, doggy style. I mean, that's exactly how it went down, and just like that. And
it was going in there. It was going in the pussy.
Yeah, because sometimes they be thrusting at the air. I've seen that shit.
Thrust.
But have you seen? Yeah, you seen on the internet, dude? They do that shit all the time, dude.
That was the first time, one of like the first times I went to like some adult shop, and I'm like, hey man, you got that anime porn? And it was like the dude was a Sikh, so he couldn't understand my accent, and he walked me way to the back of the fuck, like I'm like going around all these turns and twists. And like,
you said animal porn?
Yeah, he points down to like there was just one thing called like Black Dog, and it was like, I was like, no, I said anime porn, and then I was like, well, fuck it, I'm here. So I just bought it. It was called Black Dog, and he was fucking some French chick.
That's insane, dude.
I know.
Yeah, man, that shit happens. So if you got a dog, man, be on the lookout for that shit, because it does happen. I mean,
I'm just praying. I'm just praying to God. I'm praying to God she didn't give the dog any head. Because how do you get the dog hard?
I don't know about that, dude. That's fucking crazy.
You think that's where she drew the line? Like, I think if you're letting the fucking dog bang you, you're gonna blow it. Like, I don't like.
This is insanity right here. This is crazy, yo.
Look, hey man, I gotta. Who could I hate to end it like this? But
I know on a dog head, but yeah, damn.
Oh my God, dude! All right, okay, John. John just pulled up. So we got DJ Who Kid. Tell him, dog. I'm sorry, man. He's got dog porn going on up in the background.
Check that out,
man. All right, dude. And the worst part is like she's not bad looking. Okay, all right, dude. Like, come on, man. Take it off the fucking thing, man.
Sorry.
Who Kid, I appreciate you stopping by, and we had another elevated conversation once again.
Yeah, I'm going to Toronto tomorrow. I don't want anybody coming at me with puppies, dogs, or any kind of donkeys.
No
please.
Children, none of that shit. Just
OVO Fest, hanging with Drake, and partying, and regular sex, man. Let's keep it moving.
Thank you so much, Who Kid. That was twice in a week. Really appreciate you coming through, and
I'll be here next week. I'll be here next week again. Then fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Do we got the single lined up to play?
Yeah, I got it.
All right. This is Who's
Cats too. Yeah, Pussy Bill.
New single.
Enjoy.
There it is. Let's go.
Oh, sorry, it's still the dogs.
I was like, damn, it start with that. Leave the fucking sound up. He turned it down.
All right, guys, I'm out of here.
All right,
see you.
Who Kid, let's go.
Peace.
Feel good.
look like Jesus kissed her in the morning. If looks can kill, she have a rich nigga moaning. Gold digger bitch, Chanel, LAD glowing. Got a few African niggas and some old men. She told me to cash app a bitch if you holdin'. Condo in the West, P-Tech all frozen. Niggas is paying for that pussy. And that pussy bill high. Niggas is paying for that pussy. That pussy bill sky high. That pussy bill keep her fly. That pussy bill got her drippin'. That pussy bill in the Aspens. That pussy bill on her best friends. Look like Jesus kissed her in the morning. Have a rich nigga mounted. Jesus kissed her in the morning. Have a rich nigga mounted. Like Jesus kissed her in the morning. Have a rich nigga mounted.
You're listening to the All Out Show with you.
Security cameras caught a white orb wandering around the gym.
There was a 8 to 10 foot hairy man looking person.
If you notice strange lights in the sky over the weekend, you aren't alone.
It's time for news from the Fringe on the All Out Show.
Shade 45, I got Nick Redfern, Paranormal Parasites is the book. This is we haven't had anything like this on, Nick. Welcome to the show.
Oh, thanks.
All right, so you did a whole book about soul-sucking supernatural entities.
Yeah, the book's basically a study of weird creatures that people claim to have seen, such as what are known as the shadow people and the black-eyed children, which are sort of self-explanatory when it comes to the names. And people talk about having these sort of encounters in the dead of night, and they wake up and see these creepy figures surrounding the bed. Now, of course, you know, doctors, psychiatrists might just say, you had a bad dream. The witnesses are sure they didn't have bad dreams, but they felt that they had encounters with these creepy creatures, which kind of sort of literally drained them of their energy, you know, as if they were somehow almost feeding on them, which is sort of a really kind of weird and creepy scenario.
What made you get into this?
Well, I work primarily as a journalist. I do a lot of journalism for music sites and magazines and things like that. But I've always had an interest, for a long time, in the paranormal. And, you know, the more you write about it and talk about it, the more people come forward with their own stories. And that's what happened with this book. A lot of people shared their accounts and, you know, allowed them to be used and so on. And,
Nick,
you know, very often you find people who think, oh, this is all just nuts, this is crazy. Until you actually read, you know, when you actually meet the people personally and you see you're talking to everyday regular people, but they just have happened to have had really weird experiences.
What was the craziest shit you heard?
Probably the phenomenon of the black-eyed children, which is something that started to surface not too long ago. And all across the United States, there are literally hundreds of reports now where people claim to have had like a knock on the door late at night, you know, sort of 10 or 11 at night. People think, what on earth's that? They go to the door, look through the spy hole, and there are these sort of two creepy, pale-skinned kids with completely solid black eyes trying to find a way into the house. Now, not surprisingly, most people don't let them in.
Has anybody let them in that you talked to?
No, a few people have let them in, and
then what happens? What happens what happens once they get in the crib?
Well, when they get into the house, the witnesses claim that, like with these other things, that they started to feel weak and tired, and as if their energy was again being drained from them by these creepy-looking children. Now, some people think the black-eyed children, it's like an urban legend, like the Slender Man or the Boogeyman, that kind of thing. But again, you know, there's a lot of people.
I had that Slender Man.
Seen them, you know.
I had that Slender Man shit happen where I was fucking I was sleeping and I had like this weird nightmare, and then I tried to get up and I was frozen in bed.
Yeah.
And I looked in the doorway, and it was just a big, long, black thing.
Well, that's actually how a lot of those cases occur. And the term for it is sleep paralysis.
Yeah, that's what I figured it was.
Medical condition. But again, doctors would say, well, it's just your brain misfiring when you're sleeping. But then the question is, why is it so many people report seeing the same thing, like something dressed in black, like the black-eyed children always dressed in black, the Slender Man dresses in black. Why do they always look the same?
Maybe they're in a gang.
Just everybody's brains, misfiring or whatever.
I was like, that shit bummed me out when it happened. I was like, fuck you, get the fuck going. And then...
Yeah, actually, funnily enough, when people do that and say that and kind of, sort of shout out at them, it sometimes creates a barrier and these things vanish. It's like if you're not sort of very sure of yourself, and they get their claws into you, if you've got the strength to try and push them away with your mind or your voice, that often works.
Have you seen any of this firsthand?
Well, I actually did have a sleep paralysis thing about 15 years ago, and that's what got me interested in it. And in this case, I was sort of like, I was in bed, couldn't move, and I saw like this thing in like a cloak and a hood coming down the corridor of the apartment I was living in at the time.
Where you at?
It was only when I kind of really tried
Nick,
hard
where are
that it
you?
broke the spell.
All right, where you at? Are you in England and shit?
Oh, no, I live just outside Dallas.
Okay, I was about to say, because that shit
I just
seems,
don't sound like I'm from Dallas.
It just seems mad haunted, like over in Scotland and shit like that, or wherever the fuck you're from. Because
yeah, I'm in sunny
it's
Dallas.
old. So you had your shit there. Let's talk about the sex. Let's talk about the sex parasites. Tell me a bit about those ones.
Well, yeah, that's kind of similar. Where again, people wake up in the middle of the night, they're unable to move, and they see like this sort of, I can sort of describe as like a demonic woman, sort of very pale, long black hair, and she basically rides the guys. And you might think, well, that's pretty cool. You're getting it for nothing, but that's not the case. They kind of look like, like vampires or something like that. And again, people feel that, okay, it starts cool, but then they too start to feel weak and drained, as if, like, in the movies, the vampires drain people of blood. With these women, these sort of sex vampires, they sort of literally drain people of energy.
Do they suck the energy out of their dicks? Because I think I know a couple of those girls.
I don't know any cases, where that has happened. But looking at them, you probably wouldn't want it.
Like I was fucking this chick yesterday, and I was exhausted by the time I was done.
Well, that's a good kind of exhaustion.
Okay.
The bad one is the one you get in the middle of the night with these things that look like, something straight out of, a horror movie.
This one chick I was fucking, she had like 8 abortions. You think her pussy was haunted?
Well, you ought to do your own book, I mean, that could be like your,
I'm just asking.
Parasite, that would be a good title for a book.
Like, anything like that ever happen? Like haunted-ass vaginas from all the abortions?
Not that I've heard of, no. But I guess that could be another book.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, Doug. I'm really about this. 888-742-3345. 888-742-3345. It's Paranormal Parasites. I often hear the 3 o'clock in the morning is the witching hour. Do you have anything on that?
Yeah, well, that's one of the weird things. Again, if this was all just people's minds, playing tricks on them, most of the cases do occur between about 1:30 and 3 o'clock. In other words, you don't really get many of them at 11 or 12, and you don't get many like at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. It's always around about 1:30 to 3. And, why that should be, I don't know. But again, it's sort of another pattern. Again, if it was just people making it up or having weird dreams, why wouldn't they be having them at different times? But they're not. Everybody seems to have them at that time.
Is there stuff that you could do to keep the ghosts from coming up on you?
Well, tell them to keep the hell away. And that, if you've got a strong enough strength of character, that does keep them away. But they seem to be like phantoms, like ghosts, where if you try to punch one of them, your hand would go through it. So that's not going to work,
Has it been? Have you talked to anybody where it's like their dead relative come to see them and they're like in a weird position? Because I swear, like I be jerking off and sometimes I feel like there's a ghost watching me masturbate, and I'm like, I hope this ain't none of my relatives, because this is so really.
Well, I wouldn't feel too guilty. I mean, everybody likes sex, you know what I mean? So I wouldn't. I mean, if the dead relatives come back, well,
that's how I got here.
That's just how it goes. I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah.
Put a show on for them,
Yeah, I do. I really show my grandfather what I'm working with.
Yeah.
I go all out. If you're just tuning in, Paranormal Parasites is the book. Nick Redfern, he's got all these different, just the black-eyed children you touched on a lot. Also the tall, what's his name? The tall black man. What is the?
Oh, the Slender Man.
The Slender Man.
Yeah.
What is the hungry ghost?
Well, again, hungry ghosts are sort of kind of like what people describing over here, but that you hear in places like India and China. They've got their own versions, and in both India and China they call them the hungry ghosts, and they sort of appear in people's bedrooms. And again, the person feels like they haven't eaten for like a week, as if the hungry ghost is feeding on them. So again, you've got these things all around the world, but with different names. It's not like just one thing. They're all over the place.
Puerto Rico has the chupacabra. Tell me a bit about that.
Oh yeah, that's a weird one. It's sort of all.
Isn't he like a bat or some weird shit like that? What is that shit?
Well, the chupacabra, it was this thick creature that was first reported in Puerto Rico in the 90s, and farmers and ranchers reported how their farm animals were found dead with like 2 fang marks on the neck, and the bodies drained of blood, like a real life vampire, and that's where the whole the mania and the hysteria of the chupacabra really kicked off in the 1990s, and people still report these things to this day, and what they are, I don't know, but you wouldn't want to tackle them.
888-742-3345. Joe is not buying it. Joe, go ahead, Joe.
Yo, what's going on, Jude? I just want to address a few things right now because I don't want dude to be misleading people and then buying into this supernatural bullshit. Now, I'm not saying that there's not potential for things to exist outside of our normal physical world, our normal physical realm, but here's the reality. A lot of this stuff could be explained. First and foremost, when people are waking up with sleep paralysis between 1:30 and 3:30, even though you said it's the witching hour, is because they're reaching a certain point of their sleep where sleep paralysis occurs. If people are going to sleep at 10:30, 11 o'clock, what time are they going to reach that REM sleep where they're going to be paralyzed?
Oh.
Right?
What? All right, then explain this, Joe. One time I went to sleep, and then I woke up, and my uncle was touching me, and I was like, "Are you a ghost?" And he said, "Yeah."
Nah, are you fucking with me? Are you serious? Like, yo, you have fun.
Well, it's best to stay away from your uncle, I think.
I think my uncle's haunted. Joe brings up a good point that the REM is usually achieved a few hours into when you're sleeping, so therefore that is why it's the witching hour. What do you say to that, Nick?
Well, yeah, I mean, as I said earlier, there are doctors and psychiatrists will say that sleep paralysis is real, but they think it's just, it's the human mind, the brain misfiring. And I would accept that if it wasn't for the fact that everybody reports seeing similar things, like shadowy figures, the black-eyed children, the shadow people, or the old lady straddling you and screwing you. Why is it that people don't see, like Santa Claus on the bed or something like that, or a giant fish?
That's what my uncle looked like.
It's always these same things over and over again. So that makes me think there's more to it.
This dude, Nick in Massachusetts. Go ahead, Nick.
Hey, how's it going? So a couple of years ago, I had this dream. The devil was on my bed, and he had no face. I couldn't see really. It was all black, And the first night, I was just fucking killing everybody. Like, he was haunting me. So the second night, same thing happened. He came back, and then he told me that the third night, I'm going to fucking see him again. And I was so scared shitless that I literally went to my parents and put fucking holy water all over my head before I went out on the third night.
Did it work?
Crazy. It worked. I slept like a baby. It was fucking insane.
Yes. See, there you go. He saw the devil. He believed he saw the devil. How much of this shit is people just crazy, and how much of this shit is really supernatural, Nick?
Well, I mean, that kind of depends who you ask.
When you're talking to him, like, what was your vibe out of all the people you talked to?
That's one of the important things. When you sort of sit down opposite these people and talk to them, you get a good vibe or a bad vibe, from their character. And I can honestly say that, I've never really come across more than a handful of people who just seem plain nuts. There's always going to be some like that, but for the most part, they're just regular people with families and normal lives and everything else, but they've seen something weird, and but if they were talking about something else, you wouldn't imagine they had an experience like that. But, when you start talking to them, then you realize that they're taking it very seriously.
This one chick, this one time, she was giving me head, and then it made my foot fall asleep. Do you think that was like some devil shit, or?
Well, probably the devil would be kind of even worse, I would think. So,
because I couldn't walk on it for like
you got off
30
more lightly
seconds.
than having to deal with the devil.
It was mad tingly. It felt like needles and shit. Was that? Should I burn sage around her face?
Oh, well, that's what a lot of people do. That's one of the things that supposedly keeps these things away, is to burn sage in the house.
What else?
They don't like it,
what? Is there any? If you do buy into this, let's say you do buy into it, because let's make this agreement, like whether it's real or not. If you're believing it, then it's real to you. What can one do to stop these things? Like what are some of the fucking rituals that one can do to pump the brakes on this craziness?
Well, like you said, I mean, burning sage is a good one. Another one is to just really kind of shout. They when you stand up against them, they seem not to like it. So it's like, the stronger your mind is, the better chance you've got of pushing them away. Because, like I said, punching them, kicking them is not going to make any difference at all.
Have you heard about people being haunted, where it just follows them from house to house?
Oh, yeah. Well, that happens in a lot of these cases, and it's not just like if you move just 2 streets away, but, the other side of the country. People actually report these things following them as if they sort of, they know where the people are, which kind of scares the witnesses even more then. So.
All right, I'm going to play a song because, but more people want to talk to you. I just got to break it up, okay? So I'm going to play a little scary song. Oh, hold on one second. This one is a scary song. All right, let's see. Hold on one second. 888-742-3345. 888-742-3345. This is Esham Wicked Shit.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 6. Here comes the voodoo. What you gonna do with my crew? Back from the dead once more again. Fucking up the flow again. Fuck it, here we go again. Oh, not me again. Last time I wrecked shit. Burnt down the church, coming through like the exorcist. Next to this, you getting put on my shit list. Pro-lifers get this. You can't fuck with this. Wicked, wow, wicked style. I don't give a fuck, I'll get fucked wow. I'm psycho, just like Michael. And I might go a little something like this. Suicidal list, dangerous. Minds bust when I bust, kicking up dust. Now I must in God you trust. If I add just, then I add just this. No justice, no peace. Bloody body police, belly of the beast. Got me feeling for a cracker. Jack be nimble, make your body tremble. Cardiac arrest. home to my dome. Now what kind of wicked shit is some old wicked shit? Not so many niggas all on the devil digging shit. Stay up off my dick, my sound sick, but I'm so sick of this. Helter skelter bite, my shit is so ridiculous. I know my shit's fatter than Luther Vandross. Psychic connection, wanna hit me with the Holy Ghost. Overdose, diagnose, niggas in the comatose. Once I fuck ya, nigga motherfuck ya. Voodoo, wicked child, born a bastard. Visions of bloody bodies being blasted. Thinking of excuses, voices in my head, mental abuses. To lose my mind on a flat line, refuses to answer. You confess shit to your question. Me and myself versus Smith and Wesson. I'm that nigga with the wicked ass flow. Bitch, you better act like you know, cause the wicked shit'll never die.
Hey! You ruined my record, man! I just bought it!
The wicked shit'll never 187, never go to heaven, and fuck that reverend all day whenever, and feel like giving up. Mind starts blowing up, some old wicked shit. Once again I'm throwing up a fit. I'm never gonna get into heaven. That's why I bought me a 357. Fuck a reverend, and God I can't trust this true. So when I go to hell, better me and not you. I'ma walk the bloody trail and you can follow if you want, if you truly understand. But my man, I think you don't. I'm a suicidal, with vital, my title's homicidal. So many niggas that died when I write my recital. They don't understand that I got a plan for the clan, the Aryan nation, white Caucasian. I'm sick of all this bullshit, I'd rather be dead. But first I'd rather put a bullet in your head instead. They said that everything I said was a lie, but if you go and kill the fetus, you cry. But the wicked shit'll never die.
Yo, man, let me get one of them big motherfuckers and shit in there.
Alright, man, here you go, man. Give me the money, man. Give me the money.
Man.
Hey, fuck that. You don't get no damn choice. Get the rock and get the fuck on.
Sitting down in a crack house, earning my pay. If some bass head jump crazy, I'll just blow 'em away. Cause I'm fully wrapped, I ain't taking crack. I got a mini 14 with a shoulder strap. Bass heads had knocked on the door, they just knocked it, knocked. My crack quickly disappeared, one rock by rock. I had a couple more to go, but oh no, here comes the big O, busting out the dough. So I kicked out a window, jumped the roof next door. Took the money, left the crack, but I'll get more. Jump down off the roof, cops start popping, all yelling freeze, who they thought was stopping. Cops on my tail, trying to put me in jail. I slipped and I failed, got up and ran like hell. I was running and running, running fast as I can. If you'd have seen me, you'd have said that's the bionic man. Yeah, I was gone, this brother had got away. Cause up the block with my homeboys hideaway. Banged on the door, he let me into his crib. Then I told him about the police and what they did. He had the key to his ride and I was back on the move. Jumped into his back and kicked the groove. You see, crime is life and life is crime. But what will life be without a real life rhyme? Not real life. Cruising around town and the bass is up. Running big time lights, I don't give a fuck. Sink the police, put the pedal to the metal. The pictures on my tail because the speakers rock the ghetto. I knew they was suspicious cause the track was moving fast. They not gon' give me like they pop my ass. Burn big time rubber on 7 Mile. I was driving like a drunk, cold, acting wild. Slammed on the brakes, pressed on the gas. Dipped around the corner, cold off they ass. Must have moved to my crib to change my clothes. And since I got away from the cops, I'm screaming, fuck them hoes. Then I stepped outside, jumped into my ride. Seen a couple of bitches hanging out at the bar. Pulled over and parked, showed a sample rock. Had all the bass heads on my jock. A crack fiend got ill and tried to snatch my cane. Whipped out my mag, blew out his brain. See, crime is life, and life is crime. But what will life be without a real life rhyme? Not real life. All the bass heads on the corner ran. Then the lady shouted out, I got killed in there. Oh shit, goddamn. I got a witness. Two ahead and said, bitch, mind your business. Jumped into my car, left the scene of the crime. 2 murders uncalled for, doing no time. I'm a gangster on the run, my solution's a gun. And I'll beat up your mama just for fun. One day I was chilling on the east side of town. Not a bass head in sight and none to be found. So my feelings kept stepping to the sidewalk beat. And my jammies kinda warm cause I'm packing heat. You might think I'm a statistic of worthless repeat. But if I don't sell drugs, then I won't eat. Some think that I'm dumb, I don't care what you think. But I'ma keep getting paid till I'm locked in the clink. Or Uzi beat popping at my body like thunder. And I'm dead like a doorknob 6 feet under. That's the consequences, got rich man expenses. I'll blow up your mama with military defenses. Unemployed with the beard, make a school boy. Hey, they bullet holes on the side.
That was Eshawn's booming. Booming words from hell right there. One of the first horrorcore rappers ever. We got my man Nick Redfern. Sorry about that. They misspelled you. Nick Redfern wrote the book Paranormal Parasites. We got a bunch of people that had paranormal experiences, and they want to share them with you. Nick, are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
And if you're a doubter, please call up 888-742-3345, 888-742-3345. We like to have a nice balance mix of calls. Let's go to Hampton in San Antonio.
Hey, what's up, man?
Go ahead, bro.
It was right before deployment. About 2003, I was on my way to Afghanistan, and I had the three shadows visiting me, and I remember hearing one of them say, "That's the one we want." And like 3 weeks later, I was asleep, and I started drinking a bottle of Windex that I had by my bed, and like right before I fucking realized I was drinking this shit, I woke up, and I ran to the fucking my sick call, and they thought I'd try to commit suicide and shit.
So you just started drinking Windex and didn't even realize that shit? And
well, like where I was stationed at, it was like those old army barracks, so we had put bottles of water under our bed. So I thought it was a bottle of water. It felt like it, like I opened my eyes and I saw it. It looked like a bottle of water. Like, you know how you half sleep and you think about this shit? So I grabbed it and I started chugging it, and I was like, "Oh shit, this ain't fucking water."
Damn. So you think that dark things came to get you, and then you didn't die?
Yeah, that's what like.
That's wild, Hampton.
It's crazy. It's happened to me like 2 or 3 times already.
Do you think you're just fucking crazy?
I thought I was, man, for real. And this is before deployment. Man, motherfuckers talk about I have PTSD and shit. I was like, nah, this ain't PTSD. There's something wrong.
Has it happened since?
It happens every so often, but they don't like. It's not just. It's only one shadow now.
Damn.
It's not like 3 like it was before. But it's like I see him in the hallway or something like that, and then my wife tells me I sleepwalk or I start talking in different languages and shit when I sleep.
Damn, son. That's fucking wild as hell. Is your wife scared, or does she just be like, "Damn, Hampton, you tripping"?
At first she thought it was just the PTSD because I did some stuff in the military.
Yeah.
And but she said I was speaking Italian, some Latin or some shit. She said it sounded like Latin, but like languages I don't even speak.
Have you heard of anything like that, Nick Redfern?
Not drinking like that, no.
Maybe you should talk to him for your next book.
Well, I mean, probably do what I do, and that's drink whiskey and beer. So it's better for you.
Than to drink Windex? No shit, Nick.
Yeah.
You should write a book.
I could do one called Whiskey Parasites. That'd be a good one.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Whiskey doing the
Parasites.
research.
Straight up. 888-742-3345. Let's go to Marie. Mary, go ahead. You on?
Yeah, so a couple of weeks ago, I just bought a house, and I fell asleep on my couch. At about 2 in the morning, I just had this awkward feeling, like in my sleep, like somebody was staring at me. So I opened my eyes a little bit, and it was this shadow at the foot of the couch it was like a man. So I opened my eyes all the way and sat up, like, holy shit, because my gun is in the room. And I'm like, oh my God, somebody just came in my house. I jump up and get in a fight and screams, and I start screaming, and the shit starts fading. And the shadow was so deep that, like, my front door is glass. So you could see, like, on the side of it, the light from the front door. When it started fading, I got to see my whole front door. I sat up the rest of the night shaking and would not go to sleep. I kept looking around my house, like, making sure it wasn't me. And the next day, I went out and got sage and burnt that shit around the house. Like, I don't know if it's just because I just moved in, but it was scary as hell. And I live in a great neighborhood, but I thought, like, maybe somebody broke in my house. No. And I was wide awake when I saw the shit full. Like, I'm sitting there ready to fight it. Like, oh, my God. And it just disappeared.
Nick, what do you think of that?
Well, that's like a perfect example of what people talk about with the shadow people. It's like, imagine if you saw a shadow going past your living room wall, but there was nobody in the room making the shadow. That's what people see. It's sort of like the normal size of a person and the shape, like the head and the body, and but it looks just like an intelligent shadow. That's the only way you can kind of describe them. And
when I was doing a ton of ketamine, I would always get that shit. Like, it would always be like weird shit walking around in the corner of my eyes. But I just figured I was super fucked up on ketamine.
You know, one of the interesting things is that a lot of researchers think that if you take, like, for example, things like LSD, ecstasy, that sometimes, if the right conditions, you can see things that you wouldn't see normally. Not that you're hallucinating, but you're actually able to see something that
different
in the normal
dimensions
state you would not be able to see. And, you know, the idea being that you get your mind in like an altered state, you know, your hallucinating state, but you're not actually hallucinating. You're seeing things which you're not able to see unless you're in sort of, you know, a state which alters your mind.
All right, we're going to end with Lisa. Go ahead, Lisa.
Hey.
Go ahead.
Are you there?
Yeah.
Hey, I work in the medical profession. I'm a respiratory therapist. I have been for 30 years. Part of my job, saving lives. Part of my job is letting people slide on into whatever they believe is their end. I've taken patients off life support many times, and there's an energy. There's an energy with that person before their body, the physical, is completely gone. And you can feel it. You can see it on the monitors. And I was called in one day to take a patient off life support, and walked in a room, and it was kind of a sad situation, and asked her son, who was a grown-up, an adult, to take the book, to take her Bible with her. And he said, "Oh, that's not a Bible. She's a Wiccan." And I was like, "Okay." I said, "Well, take that book with you, kindly, and let I'm sorry. I have to do this, and everything's going to be okay. I'm really sorry." I was trying to be very compassionate in what I was getting ready to do.
Did you talk her to death? Because that's what's happening to me.
Oh, shit, damn, out.
Get to the fucking point.
What I did was, when I removed her from life support, there was nothing. Nothing. No energy, nothing. It was like she was gone. I had never experienced that before.
So usually when you take people off of life support, you can actually feel their body. You can feel them die. In this one,
you can feel the energy leaving.
Damn.
This woman was gone. And it was as if something dark came and snatched her as quick as you can snap your fingers.
Let me ask you some other shit. Do you get to get her Oxycontins and shit like that once they?
No, I don't do drugs, dude.
No, I'm just just for a friend, not even for me. I'm just curious.
No. I mean, why would anyone want to do that? I deal with death and dying all the time. I don't want to see more death and dying.
No, yeah, but like, it would just be a waste. I hate wasting things. I believe in making lemonade. Ain't that right, Nick?
That's right.
Taryn in D.C., the last one.
What's going on, Jude?
Go ahead, bro.
All right, so look, I got a question. I was sitting in my house one night. I'm sitting there watching porn, and I fell asleep, and I felt like a ghost molested me in the process. Is that shit actually real? Because that's how much I feel like this is some bullshit. I feel like this is some straight shit. Now, I just had a passenger. I drive Uber. He said he totally believes in the shit. So that's why he's not in the car, because I had to look at him like he's crazy, too. How much do you actually fully believe this shit? Because I ain't buying it.
You kicked someone out the car because he was playing it and they believed it, and then you was like, nah, you got to go?
No, I got his money, got his house. Like, all right, cool. That's enough of this shit. Thank you. He was like, oh, man, show you 45. Hey, you got a new customer, by the way.
That's what's up.
But I did plug in your book as, like, yeah, if you like him, go ahead and get the hummingbird.
My man.
But
you don't believe him?
I ain't buying it.
Nick, how often do you run up against people that just say, hey, you're a pile of shit. I don't believe you. Fuck you, Nick.
Well, I don't get that much, but
Fuck
I do
you,
get a lot of
man.
people who are sort of skeptical, and
Suck
they
my
say,
dick.
this is just bullshit.
Eat a bowl of shit, man.
I don't care. I got thick skin. If they want to have a big argument, I'm happy to have a
1,000
big
dicks.
argument with them. It's good radio. It's good TV, and it's good for the people listening. But it doesn't happen that often. But when it does, I just point out to people that look, the people I interviewed for the book, they're not unknown people. They're all named. They all agree to have their stories told, and and you can look them up on the internet. So, in that sense, I mean, it's not like made up stories.
Yeah.
So in that sense, to tell people.
I got your back. Tell him, Nick. Tell him. What else? And then, because there's ghosts. Bitch.
Well, you wonder if that was that a gun? Was it?
Yeah, I got
Well,
that's
really
me.
work
That's
on
how
like
rappers
ghosts
get
and
your
things,
back. I got your back.
No matter how good the bullet is, don't matter how good the bullet is, it's going to go straight through a ghost. So.
Genies and shit. You believe in genies?
Well, when people think of genies, they think of like, sort of a hot-looking woman in like a little bottle or something.
Yeah, that's
like
what
I
I'm
Dream of
talking
Genie.
about.
That old TV show.
Dream of that bitch.
But a lot of people don't know that the term genie is actually based on a Middle Eastern term called jinn, D-J-I-N-N. And jinn were like Middle Eastern demons like thousands of years ago. And so what's happened is that the stories of the jinn have been sort of changed over the years, where it's more like, comedy stuff for TV shows. But the jinn were like I said, like the equivalent of a demon over here.
All right. Well, thank you for explaining that to me. You have a fucking great one. I hope you sell a ton of your books.
All right,
Paranormal Parasites. It looks great. The cover's awesome. You got the fucking black-eyed children on here creeping me the fuck out. Nick Redfern. Is it out right now, or do they got to wait? What's the deal? How's this going?
Oh, no, it's available now, and on Amazon, or you can get it off the shelves in Barnes & Noble as well. So
there it is, man. Nick Redfern. Peace, dog. Appreciate you.
All right, thanks, man.
All right, man. Peace.
See ya.
See ya. That's Nick Redfern. All right. We got news coming up. All right.
You're listening to the All Out Show with you.
And now for some old news.
You're listening to the All Out Show with you.
And now for some old news.
And now, it's time for News from the Chin with John Z. Matthews.
Brides.com, they are putting up 6 foods to eat for a better sex life.
6 foods to eat for a better sex life?
Yep, things that you can...
Like oysters and shit?
Oddly enough, not on the list. But honey, that's number 1 out here.
I eat honey. My sex life is awesome.
In your coffee, or wouldn't you have honey?
I put it in my oatmeal.
Oh.
I'm like a 70-year-old man. I eat oatmeal in the morning. It's just delicious.
You put honey
Sometimes I have it for dinner. Oatmeal. I just like mushy things, man. I feel like I was born in the wrong fucking century. Please, sir, can I have some more porridge, sir?
What kind of oatmeal? Just the standard oats, or what is it?
Yeah, Quaker Oats. I don't eat that bullshit. I eat the real shit.
Wow. That is
nothing but the top notch for me, bro.
But the honey, by the way, it contains boron, which helps regulate your hormones, plus nitric oxide, which is released naturally during arousal. So that helps you out.
Hey.
And also walnuts.
I eat walnuts.
Really? When are you eating walnuts?
I go to Carousel's. It's an Armenian Lebanese restaurant, and they do this shit with walnuts and pomegranate mix. I think it's called like mutabala. I don't know how to say this shit. I'll be like, bring me the bread shit.
Okay. Well, it helps you because it looks like it is. It helps with proper blood flow.
Looks like I'm fucking like a champ on an accident. Go ahead. What else?
Watermelon, also blood flow related.
I eat the fuck out of watermelon.
No, you don't.
Yep.
I don't believe that.
I eat watermelon all the time.
When's the last time you
salt
had
on it?
Do you really? Actually,
Yeah.
you do. That's right. He does.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
He eats it all the time in the office.
In the studio. That's right.
Yeah. And yo, real talk, they had some shit. If you eat the rind, that shit, it's got the same shit that Viagra has in it.
I don't know. Maybe.
I'm just telling you, bro. You can look it up.
Well, I mean, they're
Ask the FDA, you fucking fag.
Well, they're saying that, let's see, with the walnut and watermelon combination, you're really setting yourself up here because, again, it increases blood flow, which is what Viagra does. So, okay.
5'10" white skin with dick for days. That's me. Watermelon and motherfucking walnuts.
Man. Strawberries. The seeds contain zinc, which
I eat those, but not like, I don't go out of my way. Shit's is good.
It looks like the zinc, it boosts available testosterone, essential for both men and women's libido.
Hey. That's why they do that chocolate covered watermelon shit. Or chocolate covered strawberry shit.
That's right.
Yep.
And
what else?
Also avocados. The avocado.
Avocate.
See, it helps you maintain...
You see how many kids the Mexicans be having, right?
Makes sense.
What do they like? Guacamole.
And it helps you maintain...
Coincidence? I think not.
Helps you maintain a stable, relaxed mood as well as boost testosterone again. Avocados.
There it is.
And then, of course, there's chocolate because it contains a compound that increases both endorphins and dopamine to make you feel happy.
Yeah. That dark chocolate, too. The more pure the chocolate, the better. Milk chocolate, not as good. Dark chocolate.
And they do close out here with things to stay away from.
What do you stay away from?
Sugar.
Oh, fuck. I eat that a lot.
Yeah. Alcohol.
Don't do that.
It's not good for me.
What about GHB?
Not on the list.
Did that make the list?
Not here, but I'm sure that's not good.
Well, if you want to get date raped, it's fine.
Fried foods, processed foods, artificial sweeteners, and regular sodas.
It's like I'm canceling myself out. It's like everything I do good, I do bad.
You don't drink soda. I've never
I know, but I just had a fried chicken sandwich at this place at the Foundation Hotel. Their fucking food is so good. But I gotta tell you, like, the lady gave it to me in a fucking to-go box. Like I couldn't bring the fucking plate back into the... whatever. I'm not gonna complain.
Yeah.
Just... You order a $15 fucking sandwich. So it's just like, give it to me on a fucking plate so I can eat it like an adult. I'm here with fucking to-go box. I'll bring the plate back, I promise. They think I'm gonna steal your fucking plate? It's ridiculous.
It's policy.
It's the first time I saw her, some white lady.
She meant no harm.
You know they play by the rules.
Yeah.
Those Caucasians. By the books. Says here, Section 9, Rule 7. If you get a carry-out, even if it's in the hotel, you get it in a box.
Speaking of which, I got a card the other day at a bar, and the guy wouldn't let me in because my license is expired. I couldn't fucking believe it. I just stared at him like, are you fucking kidding me?
You're like, look how old my chin is.
You want to see my liver? You don't think I've had a cocktail before? I mean,
Look how fucking old this goddamn chin is.
look at me.
This chin is from the medieval ages.
You carded me. What is that? Never mind.
I got Sir Lancelot's chin.
My hair is gray. What am I, 18?
I know this. Which bar were you at?
I was someplace in Hollywood. And it was a younger guy.
Man, it be like that. I got a homie that works the door, and it's like they get in trouble if you don't have your L's on you. Like, people are real uptight about that shit.
But if the place is raided, I mean, do you think the cops are going to pull me aside to check my ID? It just seems so implausible. I mean,
no way. I agree. I agree with you. I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying some people, like, was it a white dude?
Yeah.
Told you. Play by the rules. Play by the rules. Not all white people. Black people be doing that shit too. Go to the DMV and shit. They're extra by the rules. Sorry, did you wait in line for that? Did you did you fill out that form? Fuck you, man. Fucking high school dropout. Just fucking give me my goddamn license. Yeah, anyway.
So Corey Feldman, he is out there saying he can no longer defend Michael Jackson after these horrendous abuse allegations.
Wow. Way to take a stand, Corey Feldman.
Looks like it took a couple of days. Complete 180 on this.
I don't understand. How can he not? Is he still sticking to the story that Mike didn't fuck him?
Yes, I can play. He was speaking to HLN.
Let's hear what Corey had to say.
Here we go.
Yeah, absolutely nothing inappropriate ever happened, and we were friends.
came.
I mean, you know, as I said, I have a tape of the two of us hanging out, and when you listen to it, you can hear the innocence in the conversation. But again, I don't want to be perceived as I'm here to defend Michael, because I can no longer do that. I cannot, in good consciousness, defend anyone who's being accused of such horrendous crimes. But at the same time, I'm also not here to judge him, because again, he didn't do those things to me, and that was not my experience. So, therefore, my place is not
both sides of his mouth.
Yeah, I guess someone
keep going. I'm just. Is there more?
A little bit.
To be the judge and is not to be the accuser, and not to be the defender. My job in this is to focus on what's most important, which is helping to reform the statutes of limitations in every state. Because if we can reform the statute,
all right, and then goes off on this.
This fucking guy, Jesus fucking Christ.
I mean, literally a couple days ago, he was defending him, and then
yeah. What? Then he saw the video and was like, I don't know. I would have had more respect for him if he would have just stuck to the script. I'm like, hey, maybe that happened. Didn't happen with me, so I can't convict him. I do really feel like it's pretty cheap for them to be doing this while he's dead. This would have been much harder hitting documentary had he been alive.
True.
And I'm not saying he didn't do that shit. Like I said, I would never let any family member stay the night at Michael Jackson's house, even if they're 40. That is a booty tickling motherfucker. Allegedly.
I never really saw him hanging out with many young girls. It was always young boys. I think he did it.
I heard he got some pussy back in the day. I knew somebody that knew somebody, you know. Like, Mike was getting the pussy. He probably just got so much pussy. He was like, I wonder what a 10-year-old's asshole feels like. This pussy's cool, but what's a 9-year-old butthole feel like?
Oof. So you've not watched the documentary then?
I've got a bit of a writer's block. You know what could help? A 7-year-old's asshole. Maybe if we tickled each other, that'd help me write. I'm a man in the mirror. On another note, I think we should do the R. Kelly shit where he's freaking out.
Right.
And just remix it with different R. Kelly songs like Honey Love and shit like that. And we can judge which one's the best.
We can do that. Bit of a mashup.
Yeah, just do some R. Kelly mashups.
We can turn that around.
Yeah. And you gotta jump to the fucking the
chorus.
The chorus. No one wants to hear just the regular shit, the lines. You need to hear Honey Love while he's crying. There's some real gems in there. I feel like we need to revisit that a few more times. Pull that shit up. I'll wait. Go ahead, pull it up.
Y'all quit playing. Quit playing. I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this. I get out 30 years. I'm
Robert.
30 years. I'm not real. Y'all trying to kill me. You killing me, man. This ain't not about music. I'm trying to have a relationship with my kids, and I can't do it. Y'all just don't want to believe the truth. You don't want to believe it.
At this point, we briefly.
All right, let's try it with the Ignition. Do the remix to Ignition with that. That was pretty good. Oh, man. I'm so glad he's got this giant catalog. Look, you got
I get out 30 years. I'm not
Robert.
30 years. I'm not real. Y'all trying to kill me. You killing me, man. This ain't not about music. I'm trying to have a relationship with my kids, and I can't do it. Y'all just don't want to believe the truth. You don't want to believe it.
At this point, we.
That's
Very
good.
passionate.
Oh, man, that's the good stuff. That's the goodness.
I don't think I'll be doing any more interviews anytime soon.
I don't. You do a step in the name of love.
Playing. I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this. I get out 30 years. I'm not real.
Robert.
30 years. I'm not real. Y'all trying to kill me. You killing me, man. This ain't not about music. I'm trying to have a relationship with my kids, and I can't do it. Y'all just don't want to believe the truth. You don't want to believe it.
At this point.
Oh, God. Oh, that poor handler walking over. He's like, buddy, stop.
My man with the dreadlocks, he was like, come on, bro. Robert, chill out, man. And I don't know if you peeped that shit, but on some of it, he plugged his own fucking Instagram on the video. Like the handler plugged his own shit. Like, come on, man. Like, goddamn. Don't nobody got his back. They're like, yeah, that's a good idea, Robert. You should do this interview. Do this interview, Robert. Yeah, talk about everything you got to go to court for. It's a great idea. All right, give me something different.
So it looks like there's a mathematician who wrote a hipster equation to figure out why all hipsters look alike. And the idea is this hipster paradox. If nonconformists or hipsters define their behavior as opposing mainstream culture, why do so many of them end up looking, dressing, and thinking alike?
That's all of that shit. They're all like, hey, let's all be nonconformists together.
Yeah.
Why don't we all get together and not conform? Thus conforming.
Exactly right. And then the nonconformists, then they realize, oh, wait a minute, everyone's doing what we're doing, so we have to escape it. So I think you can point to beards or tattoos, clearly. So the hipsters
I shaved my beard for a minute there, because I was crossing the street and it looked like fucking late 70s Beach Boys. Everybody I saw was like had a fucking long ass beard with the fucking weird fade and shit. And I'm like, fuck this. I'm shaving my beard.
See, you're a hipster.
I had the good. I was pre-hipster. I had the nice Teddy Pendergrass going, and then all the hipsters got on that shit, and I was like, we going babyface. And now that like the beards are going away, I brought it back. What else do they do? Like, so what's the math equation?
Well, I mean, in the model, that's just what happens. Despite their constant efforts at all times, anti-conformists fail being disaligned with the majority. They actually create the trends they will soon try to escape. So, I mean, that's just the way the world works. So this person sat down and wrote an equation to
That's like punk rock. They're like, man, fuck regular music. We're going to do our own thing that sounds formulaic, just like everything else. It's like, all right, congratulations. You just came up with a brand new formula. You're not original. The reality of this shit is just most people aren't that original.
Right.
Like, that's it. Like, most people aren't really original. Me included. I'm not, like, super original. You know what I mean? I just do my thing, but, like...
Yeah, you're a bit of an outlier, though. I mean, clearly.
Yeah, I do weird shit. But that's because of my dad. My dad was weird, man. My dad is a fucking nonconformist. He broke the mold on a gang of shit. Like, yeah. I told you, you know those fucking dry erase boards? He just would buy fucking garbage bags and tape them to the wall.
Huh?
Yeah, he would buy white garbage bags and tape them to the wall, and those would be his dry erase boards.
For what, mapping out his conspiracy theories? Or why would he need
whatever he needed to write, like fucking goals for the day or positive affirmations and shit. He was always doing weird shit like that.
That is weird.
Hell yeah.
I'll give him that.
Going to school, the mason jar filled with some warm ass milk. You know what I mean? In a giant grocery bag. Ange did not give a fuck. He was a nonconformist. He ain't conform to shit. I felt like, you ever see Uncle Buck? When Uncle Buck packed the lunch, that was me every fucking day, dog.
Were you ever embarrassed by that, or did you care?
Hell yeah, I was embarrassed by that shit. Like, when you're a kid, you just want to fit in. Like, from like 5 to 20, you just want to fit in, man. You just want to fit in with whatever group you're involved in. And it's really hard to fit in when you got a mason jar half filled with warm ass milk. And he's got like a fucking dry ass cheese sandwich in a bread bag.
Packed with love.
And he would he'd give you a banana and then write messages on the fucking peel.
What? Was he doing drugs or something? I don't know.
Nah, Ange was just out his fucking hookup, man. He's just crazy. Thank God for my fucking... I'm cheersing Ange, that fucking maniac. He was a fucking... He just didn't give a fuck. He was crazy, man. He had this whole conspiracy about potato chips. He was like, you see the bags on these potato chips? You see how puffy they are? I'm like, yeah. It makes you think that you're going to get more potato chips. But there's not more potato chips. And like for years, I was like, yeah, there's this fucking Frito-Lay's got this conspiracy. And then it dawned on me. It's like they need air in the fucking bag or else they'll just turn into dust. They'll just crumble. But Ange ain't see it that way. Because he's fucking crazy.
It's not something I would choose to think about, but
yeah, everything he thought about was like, oh, they're trying to fuck us over. It was us versus them. Always. Always. Yeah, so that's where I get my little originality from. So shout out to you, Ange. Big Ange.
Original hipster.
He's beyond hipster. Yeah, he's beyond hipster.
As you can imagine, Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg, he's a lot of security. And there's this...
Yeah, he's worth a gazillion dollars.
I mean, he's got sort of like government level security, like thugs.
That dude's worth more than like Africa.
Wait, at what point do you decide you need security?
Once you get to the point where you're worth more than a whole continent.
True. What is he worried about, like kidnappings? And well, I guess it's the freaks that come at him all the time.
Yeah, he's worried about fucking kidnapping. Yeah, motherfucker. Yeah. If you was worth, what is he worth? A zillion dollars?
It's a lot. It's not a small figure. Chris will have something soon. But
it is 63.1 billion.
What? Are you serious? I didn't know it was that high.
Man, if I was worth 63.1 billion, I'd have fucking 5 dudes that look just like me. I'd have robots. Not to mention just how hard I'll be stunting. I really want a helicopter with some tires on that bitch, so I could drive around, and then when I got tired of like waiting in traffic, I could just fucking fly away. And I do it like old school. I put some Daytons on that bitch.
Surprisingly, that's down from last year. Last year he was at 71 billion.
Holy shit. That's crazy.
He lost some money. He lost 71 billion.
But so
that's like more than motherfucking Cambodia. He lost Cambodia. Oh my God.
So armed protection.
And the worst part about it is that all that motherfucker did was bite off of MySpace. He didn't even come up with an original idea. He just was like, a bunch of Bloods and Crips are on MySpace. What if we just did Facebook for college students? Not a lot of Crips in college.
Hey, it worked.
It fucking sure the fuck did. I remember, shout out to Mike Weed. He was an intern. He was like, you need to get on Facebook. I'm like, I'm on MySpace. I'm fucking Russian bitches off of here. He's like, nah, this is the move. And I was on it for like 3 years before I started using it. I mean, I guess he was right. Turns out he was right. And he's making a ton of money off of Instagram, too.
You still have MySpace?
Am I on MySpace? No. Yeah, I still got a MySpace page. Sometimes for my Throwback Thursdays, I'll go on there and pull up fucking pictures.
Holy shit, you remember the password?
Nah, just type in Rude Jude. There's only one fucking me. There's a dope one where I'm standing on top of a dumpster and I got like this sweet Adidas coat on and I'm like doing 2 middle fingers. Maybe I'll post that today. They tried to say that I don't care. Woke up and said, fuck the world.
Wow, there you are.
Name that artist, John.
Oh, come on.
Name that artist, John.
Michael Jackson. I don't know.
You're fired.
R. Kelly. I don't know.
You're fired. You're supposed to be you on the fucking #1 rap station, and I just sang that song. You don't know who that was?
Jay-Z. Eminem.
Bro, I wish
I
we
don't
could
know.
hit. I
Help.
really wish. I wish we were legally allowed to hit you, like, cause I would have Chris smack the shit out of you right now.
You throw a water bottle at me.
Chris, throw a water bottle at him.
Make sure it's closed. Ah.
It's Pac, you fucking moron.
Oh, I was actually going to say that.
Oh, I was gonna say
Before
Pac
Jay-Z.
until the water bottle.
God damn it. I was fucking going to say that.
You were gonna say Pac, weren't
I
you?
swear. I had to give
You
up
think you would? You think you would like bone up on some of this old school rap just so that you could fucking like, I don't know, participate?
I listen to Schoolie D. I like Schoolie D.
I'm dead. You like Schoolie D?
I do.
All right, there. Fine. There it is.
It's a fact.
Do you listen to Schoolie D when you're on the bus getting punked on by cholos?
Yeah, dreaming about Bad Lieutenant.
Yeah. Give me another news story there, Jonathan.
Some good news?
I don't know. I've been talking too long? Yeah, I guess so, huh?
And now, time for good news.
Okay, so there's this woman who donated a kidney to her ex-husband 20 years after they got divorced. Mary Ziegler donated a kidney to Bill Hendricks because, of course, he was in some serious trouble. And I guess they're still friends. So he called...
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I've got her talking about why she did it. If you want to hear her, here we go.
Yes, let's hear.
You know, for me, it wasn't even a decision. It was kind of like him calling up and saying, can you come over and help us rake leaves? You know, that's how I think of it.
Wondering if, I could get by on dialysis and not have to put anybody through it and all this kind of stuff. But I just kind of said, God will take us there.
So?
All right, we're going to play a game.
All right.
Let's try to guess where the fuck these people are from. I'm getting like Minnesota.
Amazing. That is dead on. St. Cloud, Minnesota. You nailed it.
Fuck me, yeah. Because you had the nasaliness of the Midwest, but then the like weird Finnish sounding pronunciations and shit. Damn, not bad.
You nailed it.
That's actually more impressive than her giving out a kidney.
You guess where she's from, Mary Ziegler?
I don't know the city. I only know like 2 cities in Minnesota. Minneapolis and St. Paul. And I think there's a Rochester, Minnesota, where the Mayo Clinic's at.
Would you ever donate your kidney?
Fuck no.
Oh, come on. Yeah, you would do that for your daughter, guaranteed. No?
We ain't got the same kidney.
You've had that tested?
Yeah, we talked about it earlier. Of course, I give my kid my fucking kidney. For a small sum.
But a stranger, you wouldn't step up?
Nah, I'm not. I told you that shit, man. Like, after my homie died, the way they fucking did all the kidney, all that shit, it was not cool. And then it's like you donate the kidney, right? And then they sell it to somebody else.
Again, you make it sound like some sort of darkened, like Chinese prison where they're harvesting.
Like it's a fucking business or something.
Right.
Like it's weird. You think they would just give you the fucking kidney for free since they got it off of a dead person for free? They probably didn't even send flowers to the fucking funeral. Hey, thanks for the kidney. We're going to slang that bitch for fucking 150 grand over here.
Fairly cynical on this point.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, you're dead. Who cares? Who cares what happens to the organ?
I'm dead. There's a certain thing about like dying with some dignity. God knows I don't live with it. Let me die with the shit.
Fair enough.
I'm jerking off to animal porn. Let me die with dignity at least. For fuck's sakes. Good for her. And shout out to Minnesota. And that was very big of you, ex-wife.
Harry Ziegler.
What did the guy say?
He said thanks. What? He said it was right there. He said, hey, God will lead us down the blah, blah, blah. But yeah, he was very grateful. He's alive.
That's cool, man. There you go. Thanks for not doing a GoFundMe story. I appreciate that.
I had one on deck.
Did you?
I saw a couple. But no, I didn't.
What was the GoFundMe story, John? What was it? I'm just curious now.
Somebody
loser rides the bus, and finally somebody gives him money to buy a scooter.
I'm sure. I guarantee we could
Why
find
don't
one
you
of those.
just buy a scooter?
I don't want a scooter. I need a motorcycle. Get out of trouble.
Yo, but do they got like helmets with a chin strap that'll fit you?
It's a special one.
You're gonna have to get one of them Power Ranger head.
Sure they make.
All right, man, that's the news, y'all.